Hey everybody, Mr. Gibson here. So for your second assignment today, Explore 3B, you're going to explore genetics versus the environment. We've talked about how the environment can influence gene expression a little bit already, but this is going to take something and kind of bring it close to home and something that's specifically applicable to humans, okay? So, and many people probably in class have had relatives or know of people who have dealt with this. So this is gonna kind of address breast cancer. So it says breast cancer is one of the most common cancers among women. Today's assignment will teach you about the genetics and environmental risk factors associated with breast cancer. So there are genes, specifically one gene called the BRCA gene, that is associated with a higher risk for breast cancer. Um, and over the last 20 or so years, they've actually developed a test to see if you have the mutated BRCA gene to see if you are high at risk for breast cancer. So what you guys are going to do here is read the introduction and each of the three scenarios. So we're going to open this up. Okay. So here we have a little bit of background about breast cancer. Okay. So you're going to read this to fully understand what's going on. And there's this website that I've actually linked here talking about the risk factors and the genetic versus environmental risk factors for breast cancer. Okay. And you're going to need to pull information from this website. Okay. For today. So it gives you three scenarios. One is about Jennifer, one is about Tiffany, one's about Susie. Okay. You're going to read those scenarios. Then you're going to come down here and you're going to write a CER. So your prompt is each of those women, okay, if each Jennifer, Tiffany, and Susie were to have a daughter, which of their daughters would be in a higher risk category for developing breast cancer later in life? Make sure to include statistics, facts, and evidence from the research, and I actually am going to require you to include evidence from the National Breast Cancer website, okay, for your CER. Now, you can make a case for any of the three. There is not necessarily a one right answer here. You could convince me, scenario one, that daughter is more likely to develop breast cancer later in life. You can convince me for scenario two or scenario three. The point of the assignment is that you're trying to convince me, because in doing so, you're going to teach yourself about the genetic and environmental factors associated with breast cancer. Okay, so type your claim. That's just going to be one sentence stating which of the women's daughters would be at higher risk. You're going to list your evidence from the website. I highly recommend you don't just copy and paste, because that's it's kind of tacky. Other people type that. You want to kind of put it in your own words. And then in your reasoning, you're going to type explaining how each piece of evidence supports your claim. Now, it needs to actually make sense. So if you pick Jennifer because she has a history of breast cancer in your family and her family, and then your evidence has nothing to do with the history of breast cancer and your reasoning has nothing to do with the history of breast cancer, then that doesn't make any sense. If you pick Susie, and you cite that she started her menstrual cycle at age 11, but none of that is mentioned in your evidence or reasoning, that isn't going to make sense. So you need to actually have a well thought out CER, have a claim, evidence that supports that specific claim, and then reasoning that explains each specific piece of evidence. Okay. I look forward to seeing your guys' responses. If you need any help, feel free to email me. All right. Good luck, guys.